Hello, this is Kenny. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. So I thought to do this topic, my first red flag in America. Okay, so let me start by saying I didn't plan to jackpot. Matter of fact, I have never sent myself to jackpot, travel, and stay. So because of that, I didn't have any plan that when I get abroad, this is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have any plans. I didn't have any expectations. That being said, no expectations, but there were some things I never expected to see because I was coming to America. I expected everything to be perfect. So the first red flag was when I landed in New York. I was supposed to take a connecting flight to Wisconsin from New Jersey. So I landed in JFK. I took a taxi to Newark so that I could take a connecting flight to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So when the taxi was taking me, I was like, where is America? I thought I was supposed to take another vehicle to America. I didn't know I was in America because my expectation was so high because of Hollywood and all of that. That was my first red flag. Like I came in the winter, early March of 2017. So every tree was dry, there was snow everywhere. So I'm like, where is America? Maybe we're still gonna take another bus to America. So that was my first red flag. So when I got to Wisconsin, it was a white place, Sturgeon Bay, precisely. Sturgeon Bay, I think it's about 0.1% black. So I didn't really see much of black people. It was white. They were very nice, no doubt. They were very nice, very helpful. I was in my hotel room for a long time. I stayed about two weeks, but I started coming out and I met a lot of white people. Okay, I went to a church. I just Googled churches near me, then I read their reviews and stuff. So I chose the one to go, and they were really nice, really, really nice. I met a woman first. She's very old. Matter of fact, she's 3 days older than my mom. She's December 19. My mom is December 22nd, the same year. So I saw her like a mom coming to another man's country. I saw her like a mom. And she introduced me to a lot more people in the church. And I felt among. We flowed nicely. They were really willing to help, no doubt. They were really willing to help. But I noticed something in that church that it's not a big church, it's a small church. But I noticed most people have problems. Like, I wasn't expecting to see that most people have problems in America. I didn't expect to see that. So I realized that people cry easily, people get emotional easily. When they are telling you what they are going through, you can tell that they are not happy. So at first, I didn't really pay attention to that because, I was just excited that I'm in America. No problems here, no doubts here. But then I know my pastor had a problem with insurance. He was going through pancreatic cancer. Insurance didn't want to pay claim. He was lamenting. This one had problem with family. That one had problem, health issues. It's like out of 100 people, 80% have problem. So that was like a red flag, like, what's going on here? And then Wisconsin, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I moved to Georgia. And the first red flag I saw in Georgia was more problems. So it was more problems. There was homelessness. There were beggars. There were people that didn't have jobs. There were people that would beg you for $1. And mind you, another thing about America is no money is small. You cannot put just in front of $5. You cannot, before people can dash you $20 I don't even know what to say about that. So homelessness was a shock. was a red flag. I'm like, so okay, another thing that I saw that was a red flag that started making me to think about my life in America was seeing old people working at Walmart. I'm like, you're supposed to be retired, you're supposed to be in your house. But then I realized that bills force people out. You cannot be truly retired if you did not plan for it right from when you were in your youthful age. You cannot be truly retired because, so I didn't know why. At first, I didn't know why. I just noticed that when I go to Walmart, you see old people like, welcome to Walmart. I'm like, what is this? So I started to think about it, why are they still working? Then the reality of the bills dawned on me that even if your house is paid for, even if your car is paid for, and you get old, the social security income might not really sustain you. And here in America, kids don't really care about their parents. That's the truth. I'm sorry, this video is not a disrespect to Americans. It's just the things I didn't expect to see that I saw that are kind of shocking to me. Just the same way they have lied to Americans that Africa is a bush. I mean, Africa is a safari where lions live in. They don't believe in Africa we have homes. They don't believe we have schools. Imagine Americans asking me, how did I learn English? Like, that is a slap on us. So, the same way they've lied to Americans that Africa is like this, they have also lied to us Africans that America is like heaven. So coming here and seeing all those things was a shock to me. And this video is no disrespect. I'm just trying to be realistic about my red flags about America. So, firstly, it wasn't as beautiful as I expected. I mean, the place I landed at, my way to Newark. Then secondly, saying that people are sad. People are not happy. People have problems. That was a red flag. Like, Ibo ni mo bara mi. That was how I felt, like Ibo Mojasi. So the third one was seeing old people walking, people that are supposed to be catered for, people that are supposed to be in their house, and the only thing that is supposed to take them out of their house should be just taking a walk or just wanting to visit friends. They are still walking, like real walk, and they are going to stand. I mean, that was a red flag, and I started telling myself that I don't want to be like this when I grow old. And then coming to Georgia, seeing homeless people, seeing people that don't have jobs, seeing people that cannot afford to feed themselves. And then there was a time I went to the hospital to get checked. I saw this man, he's African. From the way he spoke, I could tell, but he's been long here. Then he asked me where I'm from because he heard my accent. And I said I'm from Nigeria. I was like, oh, he has been in Nigeria. He is Ghanaian, but he has been here for 30 years. And he used to visit Nigeria when he was in Africa. And I'm like, 30 years. And I said something that day that, God, by the time I'm 30 years in this country, I don't want to be like this. And I also said something again that this man, his family members are there in Africa saying that our uncle has been in America for 30 years. He doesn't even call home. He doesn't even remember us. But they don't know their uncle needs help. They don't know their uncle needs help. If they can gather money and bring their uncle back home and set him up with a small business, his life will be better than whatever he's going through in America. Then another red flag that I saw coming out of the same hospital, driving home, I passed through, GPS took me through a ghetto. I was scared. I did not believe such street could exist in America. Like, if somebody had told me that they had that kind of ghetto, like ghetto, I've never seen that kind of ghetto in Lagos. The last place I saw such ghetto was in Ife. If anybody watches this video and you know the streets that leads from this Ilare to the market, Oja Oba in Ife, oh my God, that ghetto is worse than that place. I was scared. I was begging God that, please, let me drive out of this street safely. There was writing on the walls everywhere. What is it called? Gallop. There was kind of bottle everywhere. I was like, what is this? Then I realized another red flag was I realized that America is full of hope. Yeah, that was my final red flag. That was my final. That was what made me started thinking that, Kenya, are you sure? That was my final red flag, that America is full of hope. Nigerians are always very quick to say, this is a hopeless country. This country does not have hope. This and that. Shebi, you are looking for hope. Come to America, you will find hope, and you'll be tired of hope. America is full of hope. You keep open and open and open and open. Anyway, I speak generally. In every country in the world, there are people that are doing extremely well. There's people that are just comfortable, and there's people that are doing very, very, very bad. And don't think America is exempted. These three categories of people are in America. And when I speak about America is full of hope, and you keep open and open and open, I know some people have hoped, and their hope has taken them somewhere. But bring the statistics. Let's count the numbers and tell ourselves the truth about the people that their hope has really taken them somewhere. And some people think they are somewhere, but when you sit down and do the statistics of where you think you are, analyze your life, deduct your debt from your assets, and see where you're at, then you will know if your hope really paid off or not. About hope, we'll do another video. About assets, we'll do another video. About owning a home, we'll do another video. Like, I've been through everything in America. I've been a home owner, business owner, this owner, that owner. We've been there. And yeah, America is full of hope. You go choke you. The hope that we choke. All right, till the next time, have a good one. Thank you. Bye.